Joining us now in the studio is election lawyer Emil Marañon. Good morning, Attorney Emil.
Good morning, Cherry.
So there's so many interesting developments since yesterday.
Oh, yes.
There has been... Can we get your thoughts on the transmission glitch that happened in the transmission of the data?
Yes, we have to clarify unang-una kung anong klaseng transmission yung pinag-uusapan at saka ano yung importante. Because unang-una, the public should understand that a VCM machine transmits to 3 recipients. Okay, number 1, the board of canvassers, yung next level. And then the second one is the COMELEC server. Doon kinukuha ng COMELEC sa official website niya. And the third one is that the KBP or the transparency server na tinatawag natin. So the glitch happened as regards doon sa transparency server. But we have to clarify na hindi official yon. The official one is the one that goes straight to the board of canvassers, then to the next level hanggang umabot ng National Board of Canvassers. So basically, ang nirereklamo ng lahat is as regards doon sa unofficial transmission para sa KBP server na pinagkukunan ngayon ng media entities doon sa kanilang quick count.
Hindi ba yung media entity kukuha from the COMELEC main server?
No, from a different server, which is the KBP server.
The KBP server.
Or the
So yun, diretso yun from the precinct level.
Yes, that is correct.
So ibig sabihin, pumasok naman yung from the precinct level papunta doon sa COMELEC server.
Yes, that is correct.
Yun ang sinasabi nila, pumasok daw, di ba? What about in the Board of Canvassers?
Ang sa Board of Canvassers, importante yun because that's the only transmission that matters for all legal intents and purposes. So the official proclamation would come from there. At saka yung main difference ito is mas kompleto yung sa Board of Canvassers. Because remember, there are instances where you manually load the results from the SD cards sa Board of Canvassers. So in that case, hindi siya nagre-reflect doon sa transparency or sa KBP. But dito sa Board of Canvassers, nakukompleto siya.
So the good thing about the process is that there are ways to double-check.
That is correct.
And to see whether credible pa rin itong nakikita natin.
That is precisely the purpose why you do 3 transmissions. Because even if mahak, for example, yung sa Board of Canvassers, you have 2 other results na simultaneously sinisend to make sure actually na nagsisync lahat. So the moment hindi mag-sync yan, then you have a problem. Pero the problem yesterday is that nabulag yung buong bansa because merong transmission sa board but we can't see what's happening doon sa transparency server na tinatawag natin.
And what does this do? Kasi nga, it kind of created a little bit of an insecurity when it comes to... And that's the last thing you want in a voting process.
Yung nga sinasabi ko yesterday, elections is all about trust. Kahit sabihin natin na unofficial yung transmission sa transparency server, but it goes back to COMELEC. Kine-question ng tao yung competent pa yung COMELEC. Bakit siya nasira of all time, bakit andun pa during the critical moment, doon pa siya nag-back down. So a lot of questions. I-add mo pa yung daming nasira na VCM yesterday. So a lot of questions have been raised about the integrity of yesterday's election because of this. But of course, kung inaaral mo or familiar ka with the system, a lot of this actually hindi naman siya related sa official result. But again, the bigger picture, lalo na yung taong bayan na nanonood sa TV and all, would have a very gloomy view of what happened yesterday.
And we're here to clarify that, knowing the process and knowing the technical part of it. Ano ngayon ang dapat gawin ng COMELEC?
Well, as of now, for example, they're open to the idea to manually audit the transparency server. So this morning, may nagtanong sa akin, ano ba yung legal bearing nito? I said, wala tong legal bearing, but this is more of COMELEC being transparent kung ano nangyari yesterday. So this is more of a PR counter move on the part of COMELEC. So wala siyang legal bearing, but it matters because the COMELEC wants to rebuild the trust actually ng tao.
Ano yung gagawin ulit, attorney? I-open for manual
audit. So they want to check what happened, bakit nasira, bakit nag-back down at that critical moment. But then again, I have to remind everyone na wag dapat tayong mawala sa focus na doon sa transparency server. Dapat ang mata natin andun pa rin sa official transmission, which is yung sa Board of Canvassers. So doon pa rin dapat nakabantay yung lahat ng politiko, hindi doon sa transparency server.
So as far as you're concerned right now, there is still no reason to doubt the process. It's just that there are some things that they have to present.
Yes, exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, we have to presume pa rin na tama ang ginagawa ng COMELEC at walang irregularity unless nga there will be like sufficient evidence later on that would show up na, in other words, merong major problem or merong doubt sa integrity ng resulta ng eleksyon. But so far, I don't see like a major red flag. So merong mga red flags, but we should be alert about it, but it doesn't mean na rigged na yung elections.
Thank you very much for your thoughts, election lawyer Emil Marañon.